Now, the age of entitlement was coming to an end. We had a budget emergency. How can it be that Bronwyn Bishop has spent $300,000 on overseas travel in 1 year?
Well, to be brutally honest, Stuart, I don't know. I haven't. It hasn't occupied a lot of my mind. I think
there's white hot anger over it, Treasurer.
I can understand.
White hot.
I can understand. I think that the Speaker needs to explain the matter. I think she's already put out a statement about some of the allegations made.
Well, basically that it was within parliamentary guidelines, which can mean anything. I mean, one of the expenditure items was a week-long meeting in Geneva of this interparliamentary union, of which we know she was campaigning to become the president. Was she effectively not applying for a job which would have prompted her to leave the Federal Parliament of Australia and using our money to apply for that job?
Oh, look, Stuart, I mean, when we're part of international organisations, no matter what they are, it is good for Australia to take a leadership role. There are many things over the years that we've campaigned for at an international level.
Well, you'd wonder whether there is a proper process of accountability where this sort of money can be spent and basically we're told, well, it's within guidelines. I recall when you were in opposition, Tony Abbott was in opposition, Julie Bishop, there was a call for the then Speaker, Peter Slipper, to resign over a $900 cab bill.
Well, they were different circumstances. I mean, he was, I can't remember if there has been resolved in court.
Well, it has. The appeal went in his favour. Remarkably, right. The appeal found in that the money and the spending was within, again, parliamentary guidelines, right. But there was a conviction at one stage. It was overturned on appeal. But the point is, if we ignore the nuances of the legal side of it, that the spending is what got up people's nose. That was $900. Now, I know there was an argument over the way the cab vouchers were filled out, but that was $900. We wanted him gone. This is $90,000.
Well, again, I can only emphasise that the Speaker is the one that should explain the money and how it's been spent.
But you're the Treasurer. I mean, ultimately, you've got to account for all of these things in the overall budget. And the point is, you're the one who's told us about a budget emergency. You're the one who's spoken about ending the age of entitlement. And we discover here, after all of the arguments, and this isn't the first time we've had discussions on politicians' expenses, helicopter rides from Essendon to Geelong, honestly, I mean, that doesn't pass any sort of sniff test, does it?
Look, instinctively, it doesn't.